Kagurabachi. This is Kagurabachi chapter 88, the first step. And this chapter starts out with one of the information people that has been infiltrating on behalf of the Hishaku being held, being restrained by weird sideburn man's magic Mardi Gras beads. And he is questioning, he turns over to the main information guy and is like, where's the Hishaku? And they explain that 5 of them are on the west wing on the 5th level. And he's like, after we went all the trouble of inviting them to the threat elimination grounds, well, we have no choice. Contact all elite troops. We'll surround the Hishaku. And we get a glimpse.
How rude. How inconsiderate.
Why didn't they fall into our trap, those bastards? We get a glimpse of all the elite troops. One of them we've met before for sure. It's the one survivor from the Soju whole thing. But main information man is like, but we haven't identified the informants. And he's like, there's no time to waste. We'll issue the command and watch how they behave. All lower ranking members are still ordered to remain in place. He says, and the elite forces is that we'll attack towards the west and keep them away from the center. If it's all right. If there's some damage to the building, whatever it takes, we have to eradicate the Hishaku. Speaking of the Hishaku, they pull up, and Yura is surprised to see Uraha there. He's like, he wasn't supposed to be alive. That damn Samura. And Uraha asks Hakuri if he could fight. And Hakuri says yes. And Uraha's like, you sure? He's like, somewhat. He's like, he said, I can cast Iso every so often, but I just use a string of strong spells, so I need to rest. I can still transport, but all the things I registered in the past have been reset. And Uraha's like, cool, great summary. Uraha assesses the situation. There are 7 enemies in the front and back. I'll need to stay close to the boy, and I'll protect him and destroy them at the same time. Uraha's confident. As one of them jumps off to attack, one of them gets cut clean in half from a sword that appears from the ceiling and cuts him clean. The sword continues to cut the ceiling, and then a perfect square platform falls from the ceiling, revealing a young girl named Kiri, aura farming. She's hard. She's casually like, she's leaning on her sword like it's like, she's like, hey, he's like, oh, it's Uraha.
Just dropped in on ya.
Yeah, this is nonchalant.
Yes.
And also, admittedly, one of the coolest entrances. I thought this was cool.
It was a perfectly sliced square.
Right?
I would always want her to slice my cakes.
It looks like a little concrete lasagna. You know? It's just
yes. Or like a sandwich. You ever seen like a sandwich cut with like all the crust off?
Yeah. So good. Anyway, so everybody's like, Hakuri is like, who the hell is this? And Uraha's like, let me introduce her. The progenitor of the white purity style was Itsuo Shirakai sensei. This is his grandchild, Kiri Shirakai. And apparently she's this young girl who used to hang out with Uraha and Samura when they were training under her grandfather in the white purity style. The Shirakai sensei is currently missing. He's probably living out in the mountains somewhere, impossible to contact. But Kiri points out that he texts her every now and then. So that's nice. It's good that this character's still alive. I didn't actually think that we'd get more about him. I feel it's inevitable that we will meet him at some point, like in the main present storyline.
Do you remember him from somewhere?
Yeah, they showed him before when they were explaining the white purity style. Remember, he was the guy who created and he was explaining that like if you take out the sword and you flip it around, it makes it stronger for some reason. You know.
Was he the one who he was also the master of that dude that got wiped?
Which one?
Remember there was one guy like that was talking about like I have all this training or whatever, and then he got fucking obliterated.
No, this is a different guy. He showed up briefly in a flashback, and I honestly didn't think that like he'd show up again, but he's here. So he's around. Kiri mentions that he's a total male chauvinist pig when it comes to the sword. He's like, swords are for men. They're too heavy for women's slender hands. You'd be dead in no time. And she really want him alive and kicking until she gets the chance to hack him up. So that's fun, I guess.
Well, her big ass buster sword, like,
dude,
my hands are too weak for a sword. Let me show you something.
Yeah, it's like I got a sword taller than me and most guys. He's the Sephiroth of the series.
Yeah, dead ass. She played Final Fantasy VII and was like, yeah,
goals. Anyway, one of the Hishaku members tries to pull up on Uraha, and Uraha did not fall for it. He roundhouse kicks this child through a wall, and he says
he put his guard up at least.
Yeah, he manages to block it, but man, how much can you block?
Not like the guy in Sakamoto days.
Yeah, no. He uses his magic technique thing, Koen Crimson Recital. You see the eyes around the sides of his eyes; they get blackened and like it spreads, kind of throughout his face. If you look closely, like if you see around his eyes, those weren't always there. Those are like his little eyelash thingies.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So that's cool.
You could see it like at the sides.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, that was pretty cool. Big Collar Boy is like, that landed. And Balding Man is like, no need to freak out. Look, we'll be fine. Mako, Demon Bite. And he summons this big fucking demon thing to attack Uraha. But Uraha is nonplussed. I believe I'm using that word right. Let me actually Google that. Nonplussed. Never mind. I used it wrong. What's the opposite of nonplussed?
Plussed.
Yeah.
Is that a borrowed word?
Don't get me started, bro.
No, don't. It's okay.
I'll Google that shit. No,
I believe you.
Yeah, let's just say he's plussed. So yeah, Urahad goes into his white purity stance, and he cuts this thing clean in half, and immediately charges towards the rest of the Hishaku. Yura decides to rip off Black Clover and pull a sword out of a book, and they clash. Yura starts to think his speed is intimidated, but he's lost the destructive force he had before. His power enables him to fortify one ability at a time. So, yeah, he's like the Hishaku. Impressive coming out to do your own dirty work. Did you run out of tricks to kill sword bearers?
Ooh.
I feel like there's like
How are you going to respond to that one, Yura?
I feel like there's like a weird moment missing because Yura's like, plus we're running out of time. I'd appreciate you not getting in our way. You know?
I feel like he was adding on to, all right, I had this conundrum when I was reading it too, so I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Okay.
But I took it as he was
adding on to what Uraha said. Okay.
in a playful, like cheeky way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's like, yep, all my tricks ran out, and then we're running out of time.
So you got to get out.
Let's go.
Big Collar Boy is sensing that, people keep coming over, And Yura's like, you know where you are. You're in the hive now. There are plenty of people besides me who will get in your way. And Yura's like, true. There's all sorts of people in this place. Our job is to create momentary confusion, nothing more. And Balding Man in that moment uses his magic to summon more of these demon mask things. And he says, we have a card, the death match. And Kiri is not worried. She's plussed as she goes step back, and I think she like is about to go into her white purity mode stance. But that is actually the end of Kagurabachi for now. Josh, what did you think about Kagurabachi chapter 88?
I think that I have a theory, not one that I'm willing to, hang my nuts on or nothing like that, right? But I think this sorcery is gonna force one of them to kill someone. Talking about we have a card, the death match. Then it's definitely not. Oh, you got to fight these fucking mouth things. It's definitely gonna be some like, it won't let you leave until one person gets killed or one person remains. That would be insane. I'm sure they'll find a way to get out of it, but I think there might be a fight. Fight.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know what the death match could be.
Yura does have the Renegon, right? Or
he certainly looks like he does.
Fair enough. I guess it is a different series, so
yeah, it's an entirely different series with different power system.
There's no way this could be like the prequel to
Naruto.
Like, yeah, in any type of way, shape, or form.
No, it can't be. I mean, this takes place in current time, and Naruto at least is in like a different time period.
Yeah, like maybe it's
and also not even Japan, really.
It's millions of years later.
This? Well, then it wouldn't be a prequel.
Naruto is millions of years later.
Millions of years from present time?
But think about it. It's not that, like, times reset, eras like fall. You know what I'm saying?
So, like these guys get hit with a comet and then Naruto.
Or there's several comets and mad different other things happen until eventually Naruto.
Well, I guess I can't say that's impossible.
And he starts with Yura in his grudge.
Yeah.
And he passed it on to Sasuke's bitch. Anyway, was I giving my thoughts on the chapter or something?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. How about this guy? No need to freak out. Look, we'll be fine. How'd you feel about that?
Which one?
If you go to page 12.
12. Okay.
What's your nonchalant meter
of
on that one?
Saying Kiri, look out for Hakuri for me? Am I looking at the right page?
The 12. Sideburns guy. It's 11 actually.
11. I think my page 11 is different from your guys' page 11. Oh yes, him. Okay, sorry. Yes.
That guy's super nonchalant.
Yeah, it's a good 8 out of 10 nonchalant. I would say
8 out of 10 on the chalant scale.
On the nonchalant.
He was yawning. He was the yawner.
Yeah, he was the yawner.
I'm gonna double check real quick just to confirm.
No, he was definitely the yawner.
Definitely,
100%
in your mind.
I'd go wrong burgundy on it.
Yes. Yes, he has sideburns, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's pretty nonchalant. He doesn't seem to give a shit that, he's in the hive. He's in basically the beehive of all his enemies.
They're fine. All right, those are all my thoughts.
Brian, what'd you think?
I mean,
I told you guys that fucking Uruha was a legendary goated ass swordsman, and we all need to give him respect.
I gave him
This man
respect.
is him.
I gave him respect.
And
Josh
by
was
we, I mean
disrespected.
Josh.
He's about all right. Let me give Chris another example from a hero shooter. So you know Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I do know him.
He has an ability that reboots characters, right? So imagine you're fighting, right? You get smoked, then you get rebooted, and then the same person pulls up and smokes you again. I fear that might be the case for Uraha. I feel like he's gonna die after the respawn.
I can't imagine that they would bring Uraha back just to kill him again, especially so soon.
You can't imagine that?
No, I feel like
You
narratively,
can't imagine that at all.
I can't. Or it wouldn't make any sense, or it wouldn't be good if that's what happened.
Not even for shock value.
Not even for shock value, because we already got the shock value when the first Uraha death happened.
I am disappointed with your perspective.
I really like Uruha's confidence in this situation. Like he's met with like essentially the full force of the Hishaku right now, and he's just like, I bet I'll just fuck them all up, I guess. Like that's his number one fucking goal. He's like, oh, I guess I'll just do everything right now and be okay.
Yeah,
like he's going for the team wipe.
Uraha said, I lost to Samura. I am not losing to you guys.
Don't get this shit twisted, Josh.
I lost to the strongest character in the verse, Josh.
All right. So, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. When he landed that kick on supposedly the strongest fighter in the Hishaku, I don't know why I did that. He won me over a little bit. I like that. So he's a power booster. He's an enhancer.
I'm here for that. As a fellow enhancer.
Oh, I miss Hunter x Hunter. Anyway.
Hey, Junk and Rock.
Chris, stop! Fucking A, just stop.
Does it not hurt you, or are you numb to it?
I've dealt with this my whole life. There's only so much I can take.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Anime again.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Watch number 3.
Junk and Rock. Anyway, Brian, continue with your thoughts.
Yeah, this strongest like Hishaku guy really fucking, I don't know, like that's a ballsy ass move to like charge at Uruha like that. But to see that kick like leave like a shockwave, like god damn, that kid got kicked hard as fuck.
And he's wearing shorts.
That these guys are no joke. I wonder what Samura's sorcery was before he gave up his sword. Curious.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Cheating.
Whatever the enemy does, it just doesn't matter because I have all the cool powers.
And with Kiri also brings up a good question for me too, because how much better can the white purity style get? I'm really curious to see, because she is like, you know, like it's her family. Her family literally, her granddad fucking made that shit.
Yeah.
So she has to be like elite with this fucking thing. Like the shit that Samura and Uruha and even Chihiro as well have been doing should be nothing compared to her. Like this is her fucking life.
Yeah.
So I wonder what her purity style is gonna look like and how much advanced it could possibly get.
I mean, I was thoroughly impressed by that, as Chris pointed out, the lasagna slice. I haven't seen anyone pull off a feat like that in quite a while.
Not only that, she cut through the concrete, but also threw a guy underneath the concrete.
You seen how Uraha was like, oh, when he got sliced.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Oh fuck!
No, like a Sopranos character is like, oh.
That was so funny. We was all shocked.
That's how I reacted.
Didn't even understand what happened.
Yeah, it took me a minute to register that too, but man, that's crazy. You know how much force you have to do? Because he's like cutting through the concrete, but also through a guy.
WASD.
What's WASD?
Yeah, that's the movement when you're playing like on PC, like on like if you're playing a video game on PC.
Yeah, you go WSAD.
Yeah.
WASD.
But yeah, those are my thoughts. Pretty fire chapter, honestly. I'm really curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, if World Trigger wasn't world triggering, this probably would have been my favorite chapter of the week. But man, this was very cool. Kiri's very cool. I love this casualness. Just like her be like, hello, you know. Very fun. She's a fun character. She reminds me of Maki.
Apparently she was trending. On Twitter.
Oh really?
For a while. Yeah, when she came out.
It's her eyes.
Yeah.
That's it. They see
It's
it.
her eyes.
They see her eyes and they probably imagine very, very unbecoming things.
Yeah. I mean, I would
Very
hope
devious.
But yeah, Kiri is a fun extra thing to be thrown into the mix here. I'm excited to see, like Brian said, like how better the white purity style could even be, even though this whole arc has just been spamming this one move, which is going to continue getting it here. But yeah, I'm enjoying seeing this. It was cool to see the granddad again. He keeps popping up, which makes me think that he's just going to be an important character at some point. Maybe they go find him somewhere because they say he's alive. So I don't think that they'll just throw that out there so he'll never show up in the story. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this all turns out before Samura comes through and Chihiro. I still want Uruha to show out some more. I don't think he's going to die here because that would be, I feel, a poor storytelling decision because it's almost like, what's the point of even bringing him back? You might as well just kill them off, really. But yeah, I really enjoyed reading this. It was a very fun chapter. I don't have much else to say about it.